far over? Yeah. Yeah, a bit. A little bit too far. Oops. And make sure that sound and such is fine. Yeah. That looks good to me. All right. Let's go back in now. Good day, Monmouth. Yeah, sorry about being late. Not a whole lot I could do about it, but we're here now, so that's good. So this last week, like, I think it was Thursday actually, so 2 days, or yesterday, day before yesterday, one of the two, anyway, Thursday or Wednesday, for me. So for you, it would have been a couple days. Anyway, so for Thursday for me, so how do I say this? Over the past few weeks, hey, Cosmic Pelt, welcome. Who dares, hello. Very nice. So over the past, I don't know, since around the beginning of January, I started having quite a bit of pain in the back left molar on the bottom of my mouth. And obviously, of course, you go, oh, well, this is a problem. I should see the dentist, right? Cavities or whatnot, right? And I'm really, really good, really faithful about flossing and regularly brushing. In fact, I have floss, of course, in my bathroom, my restroom as well. But I also have floss here. So if for whatever reason I forget there and I decide I'm too lazy to get up and go over there, I do this, and then I have some hand sanitizer that I use, obviously, for afterward. Anyway, so I'm very faithful with brushing my teeth and with flossing. So it shouldn't be a cavity, but you never know. Anyway, I go in, and I've been telling my dentist about this for maybe the last 5 or 6 years, that occasionally I had a pain down here, but I could not get it consistently to happen. Even eating harder foods like chips or nuts or something did not consistently cause the pain. So he would look at it every time, with his big, whatever it's called, his scope, little eyepiece or whatever that he wears, right, to look really closely, like a microscope, I guess. I don't know if it's actually a microscope or not, but anyway, he looked really closely, never saw anything. So finally this week, since January, it started bothering me regularly. Yeah, it could be also, but well, that's true, but Sensodyne is generally for if you have, your teeth are really worn down, so they're exposed more to the nerves, which mine are not. Because I talk with my dentist regularly, right? And he says no. So they're not worn down, so there's not that. And there's also, if you have not been flossing well enough or something, so maybe the teeth are fine, but you've not done a good job with the gums, so the gums are overly sensitive. But I also make sure I brush my gums regularly when I brush my teeth. Anyway, but it's true, there is Sensodyne. Anyway, so I talked to him, and he said, well, I still, he looked again and said, I still don't see anything, not even like a micro fracture or anything like that. He said, but this is something I'd never heard of before, but he said, I've actually seen several cases over the years, of course, so it's not really common, but it's not extremely rare either, I guess. He said, I've seen several cases where someone has sprained the ligaments down below the tooth. I don't know what ligaments those are. I didn't even think before getting on stream today to look so I would have a better idea. But apparently there are ligaments there somewhere around there. And he said, if you either do a lot of grinding of your teeth in the middle of the night or you eat especially hard food or something, those ligaments get bruised. And then every time you chew, or transfer of pressure in this case, I would guess, right? But yeah, so I put the pressure, and the pressure then extends, gets transferred over to those ligaments, which are bruised, which then give me the feeling of pain as if it were my tooth. So I basically got a mold of my teeth so that they can, similar, I think. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think it's the same idea, Mama. So I got a mold of both my top and bottom sets of teeth taken, and it'll take a couple of weeks for that to be done. And then in a couple of weeks, I'll come back to the dentist and I'll pay for it, and then I'll get those. And then I'm supposed to wear those every night when I go to sleep for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, something like that. Give it long enough that the pressure is not on that one area when I'm at night, that it basically spreads out. So the idea being, hopefully my teeth get a break, like not literally, like, you know, I give my teeth a rest from the pressure so that ligament can heal. So I'm doing this with two things then. I'm doing that with the mouthpiece, so during the night my teeth will rest. And then also when I eat, so for example, I have apples again tonight, okay? So when I eat, I will bite, but then so this is the side where the pain is. So I'll take my bite and eat it on this side of my mouth, so that this side doesn't have that pressure pushing on that ligament. Because the rest of my mouth all feels fine. It's just that bottom part. Anyway, so when I eat tonight, you'll see it like always being on the one side of my cheek or my mouth or something. It's because of this that's going on. So just in case it looks weird or something. I don't know that anybody would necessarily even notice, but just in case. All right, so we left off last time with basically through doing a little calculation, really. Looking at, I think the time before, or maybe two times back, we had gone back to our office and we'd read the birth date, or the age, I should say, at the time of death of Clark Field, right? So Clark Field was killed by Loth-Nolder, at least that's what we think. That's what the original case had been. That's why it's Pursuit of Loth-Nolder. Okay, so he's escaped, but he supposedly killed Clark Field. So we went back to our office a couple times ago, and we saw that his age at the time of death, and I don't remember what it was now, but it's something like 41 years old or something like that. And so we got that information. So going back, we looked in some of his journal entries, and we discovered that he was a certain age. We figured out basically that we took the date of his death, which we also had from the office, right, from the death information in our office. Then we subtracted his age, got his birth year. Using that birth year, then we were able to get into a briefcase and listen to a set of tapes. So last time we listened to different tapes, and for the different tapes, some of them he didn't, but for several of them he said it's the such and such of, it's this day of this month of this year, and I'm doing this at this location or whatever. So we found information about, basically we got a date. We plugged that date into the PDA, the personal data assistant, and that pulled up an address. And that address is the same location that the recording's date was, which is a cabin that Clark's friend or neighbor, I don't know how close they were, but his neighbor and several of the neighbors' acquaintances also would gather over on like a cliffside. So we traveled there, did some exploration around a little bit, and then we got caught by someone in the cabin. They had come up, there was a trap door in one of the rooms that we couldn't open, and presumably this person came from that trap door while we were out in the other room. So we encountered them, and we pretended, well, I got myself killed first by saying, you know, he said didn't you get my note, I think is what he said. One of the options was what note, which was a mistake. You say what note, and he goes, I see, and then he kills you. So don't say that. So we reloaded and did the other option, which was something like it was delivered late or something. I didn't get it, I didn't read it yet or whatever. Anyway, he said, well, okay, here. And he gave us a set of, did he give us a ring or a set of clothes? I can't remember. Anyway, he gave us something to kind of help us fit in with the group at the place. And he mistook us for somebody that he had not yet met. So anyway, we left before things got really hairy, where we thought maybe, he figured something out and then he would be after us trying to kill us or something. And we went away and we had this dream where we went home and said we're really tired, so we went to sleep. Had another lucid dream, basically, where we were down at the bottom of a well and we wandered a little bit and we found several recesses in the wall with little lanterns, or not lanterns, little, what were they? Symbols with almost a sliding metal cover that would, you slide that to the side, and then there's a symbol underneath that was lit up. Anyway, so we went there, we did a puzzle there, or a couple puzzles, really just one overall puzzle. But anyway, we did that, figured that out, and then we opened something, basically, and right about that time we woke up from our dream. And so we've decided it's a good idea, because, reasons. I mean, we are police detectives, so I guess. But anyway, we decided it was a good idea to go back to the cabin now. And when hopefully nobody's there, because we were there before, so hopefully nobody's there now, and we'll investigate further. Well, we show up and there's a light on. So we had the option, why should we investigate or should we not? And that's basically where we are. I believe we saved where he says, I don't know if we should investigate. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Yeah, we can see pretty much nothing. You can see on the stream, this is basically the same level of light, looks like to me, as what you're seeing. I can literally see nothing except the arrow changes, meaning I can move forward. So, I don't know. We don't have do we have a torch still? We had, no, that was in the dream. Yeah, I don't think we have a torch, right? Meaning flashlight or actual torch. Yeah. I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's what it was. He gave us a set of keys so we could, I think, potentially go down to the meeting room down beneath the trapdoor. I think that's what the keys are for. And then, of course, there was I think, at least one more room that was locked. So he gave us keys so we could open the rooms and look at things. I assume we have the potential of dying, so it's good that I saved right before going in. Because we're wandering around the house with the lights on. So unless somebody was just absent-minded and then left, doubtful. There's probably somebody here. So, yeah, we found this. I assume we use this almost like for one of those attic drop-down doors. Or, since we have keys, we might be able to get in the trap door now. And so once we're down there, it might be a thing where you can't really reach it to pull down a ladder or the trap, kind of like with an attic or something, except from the reverse, where we're down underground trying to open the trap door, right? So this might be useful for that. Could it be used for something else too, of course, I don't know. Yeah, we have 3 of 4 notes from Clark Field. So we'll want a 4th note at some point. I don't know if we have that yet to come in the normal course of playing through things, or if we would want to go back specifically to his house to find... Well, we probably will only find the other notes at his house, I would guess anyway. But it's possible we go down below the trapdoor or something and it will be there. Try to see if there's anything else here that... Front door to his house, my car. From the eyes and evil hate, I've learned to hide in the darkest shade. But before the time of the cursed date, I'll dare to leave the shadows. I don't remember if I tried highlighting any of this last time, so. Nothing there. Oops. I feel like probably most of this is not going to be relevant or something that will really mean anything to us until we've gone further on, right? Probably things like the cursed date and maybe hiding in the darkest shade and leaving the shadows might have to do with something that we discover later, but I don't think we know enough yet with other clues and such to have those be meaningful now. So I don't think this, I'll try this first line too, but I don't think there's going to be anything here that we'll be able to think about really right now. Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming we'll use this at some point. We did, for example, to get this in the first place, have to go about getting paint thinner plus a bucket or whatever it was and combine them before we could even get this brush in there. So I assume we're going to use this at some point. I just don't know how, of course. Okay, without further ado, I think, let me go here, but I don't think there's anything to... Trying to see if there is any reference to some of his neighbor's friends in some of our thinking things. Maybe we try to combine these. Maybe that'll give us something. I don't know, though. Warning about the police, calendar. Okay, yeah, that's not. We already know that. This was previously. Last night's nightmare did not keep us like unconscious for days.
Lorraine, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
That's what he said to us. That's right.
Hello? Can I ask you a question? You're Edwin Pickman, aren't you? The poet?
Yes, I think I am he.
That's right. We saw him outside of this
Pickman.
place.
It's a real pleasure to meet you, Mr. Pickman. My name's Howard. I'm a great fan of your work. Do you need help? Is there a problem?
Problem? Yes, there's a problem. A bigger problem than you could ever possibly imagine.
Please, sir, just calm down and tell me what the problem is. We're out here in the middle of nowhere and you don't seem to have a car. Do you need help getting out of here?
No, I can handle everything by myself, I assure you.
That's okay. I'm sorry to have... Thank you. Goodbye, sir.
Right. And then he disappeared. And he left behind that little quatrain that we just read. I'm not sure how this plays into things. It is odd. I wonder if Edwin Pickman perhaps was one of the people meeting at this house. Because keep in mind that, like, Clark Field's place is kind of a big manor, right? And his neighbor, Ivar, had, like, a big manor as well of some kind. Not the same, not the one he wanted. He wanted, or kind of coveted Clark, for lack of a better word, Clark Field's place that he got. But Ivar had his own place that was big. There are a lot of these kind of well-to-do upscale houses in the neighborhood, right? So if Edward Pickman is a famous poet, it's very possible, of course, that he also is from that well-to-do society, and so has a connection to these people at this cabin. But yeah. Okay, I don't think we get any new clues right now from that, so. Right. That's where the trapdoor is, I believe, in that room, right? And then, this was the kitchen, right? Was there anything in the kitchen that was left off limits to us before? I don't think so, but I can't remember for sure. Let me see. He may have come out of this room or the opposite. The sound of the door was nearby. I'm telling you it was that trap door, but I should check here more carefully. Okay, well that's an arrow to move in that direction. Let's see if there's more on the table or something. Yeah, let's do this. Doesn't look like there's really much more, though. Okay, there's lag. I was like it locked up or something. Actually, can I control brightness? Since we're in kind of a dark area right now, let me see if I can increase the brightness. Gameplay sound, let's see. Full screen effect, gamma correction? How about that? Is that... Turn off the noise effect. Do high gamma correction. How's that? Let's see how that turns out. Oh, that's really bright there. Let's see how it is here, though. Is that better? Can you guys see that better now? Let me know if I need to make any more adjustments to brightness or gamma. I don't think there's anything more right there on the table. Cannot look in the cupboards. Well, maybe I can now, actually. Is there something maybe beyond this? But I don't. Doesn't look like it to me. Looks like these are cabinets and then the countertop, right? Okay, good. Yeah, not nearly so lavish. Well, it's a cabin, so... Even upscale folks tend not to do quite as much extravagance in a place that you kind of by default assume is a temporary visit and not really that important. Like Paris Hilton would only bring 6 pieces of luggage instead of 10 if it was somewhere like this, right? Okay, let's try across the hall. Yeah. No. This is where the paintbrush was. We found the paintbrush in the paint there. That's right. Yeah. We can't apparently do anything with that. So I don't know if it ever will show anything. No! This won't work. Okay, fine. Scream at me, why don't you? Okay. So the keys? Maybe. No. In fact, that does not work. Ah, maybe now? There we go. A ladder down and then stairs. So, okay, we're getting serious now. Yes. No. Let me. Go back. I'm going to try going upstairs, even though I don't think that's smart. Let's just do that anyway. See what's up there. The reason I say I don't think it's smart is because the light was on, not because we've been up here before. But if the light is on now, it's probably a bad idea. But let's see what happens anyway. Okay. Can't go upstairs while people are there, so it doesn't matter. He won't let you anyway. That's fine. Yep, let's go down. Yeah. Yeah, we've already been up there. I knew we'd already been upstairs before, but because the light was on, I wanted to see if he was willing to maybe try to sneak up and eavesdrop at the door or something, but he didn't. Smells almost the same as Mr. Field's cellar here. Which, frankly, is unsurprising because we did read in notes that were taken or whatever that there are a set of many different interconnected caverns and tunnels under a huge area of the town and the forest and all that stuff, the caves and stuff. So presumably this is all part of that interconnected set of things. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, nothing special so far. Just tunnels, but nothing. More of these saurids, right? These kind of lizard folk, lizard humanoids. Here. Interesting. Oh, this is a door, I guess. Let's try this door. It's locked. Do I happen to have a key for it? It's not going to let me do it. Okay. So I won't worry about that. Let's see. Let's wait. So there's the door, this. Let's go this way. Hopefully we're at least not stupid enough to well, we don't really have a disguise, do we? So hopefully we don't get in trouble for being down here. But he did give us keys to it, so I did also say Fertz, just in case. Just to be safe. So it's fine. Different faces of different beings or something? They're not quite, but they're almost like masks, but they're more like crystal head sculptures. And then this, the guy on his throne or whatever. There are symbols here. Some of them are defaced. The one on the top left resembles a spiral. Okay, so just this one, I guess. And this, also nothing. Okay. So this is the only thing from there. I don't think we have anything spiral shaped or anything to use, right? So, okay. And then the three. None of these give me an option to do anything more with them, right? I don't think so. I already tried looking at them, but just to make sure I didn't miss. Give myself a better chance to not miss something anyway. Yeah, okay, I think we're done with that. For now, at least. A lot of old-time stuff, right? Like braziers for lighting and stuff. Interesting. I do think this is more like a mask anyway, but it might still be a piece of artwork of some kind. And masks can be art too, you know what I mean? Like a standalone, unworn or unwearable piece of art. This just goes back to that? Yeah, just goes back to that. Okay. A box with a lock, but no ability to even zoom in or analyze it, so not sure what that's about. Okay, probably do not have a key for it, but let's try it. Yeah, nope. Use this on it. I'm sure that'll work. This won't work. I know. Is that the same? No, this looks at the top. This is an interesting thing. There's a moving pointer which has some ink on it. I think this is some kind of marking tool. Yeah, all it does is the dialogue again. So it doesn't look like I can really do. This is that same, down here's that same, you can see it better here, that same back arrow thing. So, oh yeah, I can move these. Not sure that I know where I would want, what I would want to move them to, though. Let's not for now until we have an idea of what we might want to try there. Probably doesn't matter, but I mean, there's no point in trying it when I don't have any idea right now. Okay, so I guess this is like an alcove, but or recess of some kind, but there's nothing there that I can see or interact with, as far as I can tell, anyway. Also not over there. Okay. Moving forward to the door. Oh, so we came through this door, and there's a door immediately to the left and the right, plus a hall further down. All right, let's try the left. Locked, okay. Unsurprising, but to the right. Neither of them really are letting me use the keys. Okay. Let's see if we can... There we go. Examine this more closely. An eye of some kind, looks like? Some kind of symbol. Apparently depicts an eye, yeah. Where have I seen this before? Eye symbol. Did we see that in our dream, maybe? Maybe. I saw something that looked like an eye in the galleries under Ivar's cabin. I think I've seen it somewhere before. But where? Where? I'm pretty sure these are all just handwriting, right? No drawings. What do you want to bet this poem, by the way, this right here, somehow ties in to the poem by Pickman that we got? Something about games have this kind of moving around, feels a little off, also brings me some nostalgia. Feels a little off? Really? I think it feels fine. I mean, it's point and click, so you don't exactly do the normal WASD or anything, but I think it doesn't feel off to me, but definitely feels different than something like Resident Evil or something, right? But I mean, that's kind of given with the territory, I think. So not that. Pretty sure none of these have drawings. Pretty sure all of these are just words that he wrote, right? Oh, no. I don't think so. I was thinking maybe I do this and I combine this with the paintbrush, but first of all, we don't have a substance on the paintbrush, so probably not useful. And secondly, I don't really think it's probably not gonna be a thing, right? Well, the last page is blank, therefore use the paintbrush. It's possible, I suppose. But I don't think, even still, I don't think it would work, because I think it would need to have something on it. Yeah, no. Okay. So that's not a thing. Oh, do I need to return these? I do, don't I? Fine. And this also I don't think has. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Yeah, there's nothing on here that I can see. Okay. A door, couple doors. Locked, I'm guessing. Oh no, this one is not locked. Oh. Okay, what do we have here? A cauldron, looks like? No. Just a table, or a couple tables, or maybe a tray beside a table or something. A candle holder. Yeah, I don't think, at least right now, we have anything to interact with that. So left or right?
Who's there? Who are you?
Me? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The world is trembling, mate. It's trembling.
Trembling? You mean the earth tremors?
Tremors? Tremors! Tremors!
Are you okay? Is someone holding you prisoner here?
You? Did you come from the depths? From down there? Huh? From that damn darkness?
What do you mean, depths?
Depths! Bowels of the earth! Unlit hell! Hell! Hell!
I mean, clearly, I think he's gone insane, right? So that's what's going on, I think.
This place, what is it?
It's a link. It's a link! It's a link between what's above and what's below. Below, down there, in the depths. I've seen it. I've seen it, I tell you. Seen what's down there. Oh, and heard the sound.
This man, whoever he is too insane to help me. But who is he? Why is he being kept in here?
All right. It looks dark inside. I guess that's it
Fierce
for that.
ghouls gather, and pale shades form, and all together with this damned crowd howl the chant of the worm.
Chant of the Worm. I wonder if there's some kind of a primeval dragon or something. Well, dragon, what they imagine to be a dragon or something. Another one, an ancient one or something, right? But maybe called the dragon or something. And this looks like it might be some kind of interrogation room. Hold somebody in there captive temporarily. Is that old rifles? What are these doing here? I can't take one with me though, right? I mean, I'm a police detective. The why I don't have a gun with me is beyond me. I suppose if it's Great Britain, maybe they'd only use billy clubs or some such. I don't even have that though. Plus, I have a leave of absence, so maybe I'm not allowed to have a gun, obviously, right now. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. We got rifles, but don't know what the point of them is. Okay, why would I be turning this on? Let me save it in case I get electrocuted and have to reload back a bit. Only straw in here, but the fence door can be electrically charged. It's obvious something very important or dangerous was kept here. Turn it back on so they're less suspicious, although I have a feeling like it doesn't matter. It's possible, but they would have to specifically program in the game to be like, did he leave it on or did he close it? Or turn it back off? Or did he leave it off or did he turn it back on, I should say. Yeah, okay. Nothing else in here, I think. Could always be wrong, but I don't feel like there's anything more there. Okay, there's the door. So just straight on from the door. I can't see anything. It's too dark to go further. Alright, so if I go back and get the candle...
Leaving us so soon, Mr. Lorraine.
Who's there?
Who do you think, Mr. Lorraine? Who did you come here looking for?
Are you Nolder?
Is that who you're looking for?
How do you know my name?
I know more about you than you can imagine, Mr. Lorraine.
A lot more.
How do you know about me?
You'll have to find that out for yourself. Even if I told you now, you wouldn't believe me.
You enjoy playing these games?
It's more than a game, Mr. Lorraine.
What are you doing here?
Looking for the same thing as you. Remember, I'm a detective too.
I'm worried about this one, so I think I'm going to wait on that.
This place, what is it?
Just one of the entrances to the underworld. Places like this have always existed, waiting to be found. Waiting for madness to arise.
What are you doing here?
Looking for the same thing as you. Remember, I'm a detective too.
Okay, so that's the same one. I guess we don't have any choice but this. Okay, here we go. Jump scare probably or something.
Come out. Show yourself. He may have a weapon. I've got to be careful. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm unarmed.
You're afraid. You're wondering if I have a weapon. If I'm dangerous. Right now, that's the least of your worries. However, I assure you I'm unarmed.
What's he talking about? He's wasting time, trying to confuse me. But why? You are aware that you're a wanted murder suspect. It would be best for you if you cooperated. Stop this nonsense, man, and show yourself.
Be quiet. They can hear us, you know.
Who?
You'll see.
What are you talking about?
There's no time, Mr. Lorraine. You'll have to find out the rest on your own.
The rest of what?
They're coming. Leave now, before they catch you.
Madness. I could hear it in his voice. But there was something else there, too. Something that made me afraid. Afraid that he knew more of the truth than I did. Mr. Nolder! Mr. Nolder! Where are you? But I was too late. He was gone.
Loth Nolder, friend or foe achievements. Okay. He said leave before they find me or something, so I guess let's get out of here. If we can. Uh-oh. Oh no. What should I do now? I need to hide. I'll wait here. I guess I'm just waiting. Seriously. I think they're gone. Dude, you are so naive. Just in case. Let's... Yeah, just do a new one. It's fine. This will be useful. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's the door back out there, I think, right? There are some papers here. This handwriting. These are Mr. Field's notes. So is this number 4 then? So this must be his jacket. There's a key in the pocket of this coat. Nothing else to take. Whoops. Yeah, okay. So back out. Yeah, graphically now it's all this kind of zoom out blur thing because I think because he's really nervous. Worried somebody might. Well, I can't currently go to my inventory or anything either. Okay. Do I dare talk to him? They're here. Let's not. I feel like that might be a mistake. Oh, I'm just going to set that back now? Okay. But I still can't. Okay, I guess I gotta try to get out of here if I can. If I'm able. Out of here if I can. I have to get out of here before I get caught. Yeah, seriously. Yes. I hope I got everything from there. I don't know. I think so, though, because we tried. So every room we tried where it was locked, we did not have an option to use the key, except for the trap door, of course, which we did. So basically, we went back in. We looked at all the rooms that we previously had, except for all the way upstairs where everybody was, and didn't find anything new except for there's the trap door. Used the key on the trap door, went down. The two doors on the side, the door to the left was locked. To the right was that little area where we saw the masks and whatnot, right? And the symbol on the back of that one thing. So we examined stuff in there. Everything I think that there was to find there. I don't know for sure, but I think so. Okay, and then further down, we went through another door, and then doors on each side were locked. Went halfway down. Door on the right side was that electrified thing, but there was nothing in the crate. And I turned the electricity back on so it was less suspicious after we left, that just in case, right? Don't think there was anything else in that room. I tried examining stuff. I don't think there's anything else left there. To the left was that prisoner. Well, was the room with the candle. Initially didn't really find anything in the room to do. But to the left was the cell of the one insane guy. Had the conversation with him as much as we could, I think. And again, I think it would have been unwise to try to have a conversation with him again. I think that would have gotten us killed, right? He was loud enough and talking and stuff, and they were only like a couple doors down. I really don't think that would have been wise. So I did not talk to him. So it's possible I missed that. But other than that, went in the empty cell. Well, grabbed the candle, then went in the empty cell. In the empty cell, I found Loth-Nolder's coat, which had a key and a note. His fourth, I think, probably set of notes. Probably 404, I would guess. And there was nothing else in there. Nothing else in the coat we could take or whatever. So we left. And then we basically hightailed out of there. I don't think we missed anything at that place. I could be wrong, like I said. But I don't think so. Okay. I think he's frightened enough. He probably wants to go to sleep, right? He's got that I'm really scared wobble to the screen. So I'm guessing that's what he wants. Oh, he does have his medication. My head is spinning. I think I'm still sick. I better get some rest. Oh, so just sleep. Okay. So no medication, just sleep. All right. All right, let's do it. Another cutscene, I guess. Freezing. It is very cold here. All right, give me a second here. I'm going to use I'm going to get something to drink really fast. Give me 1 sec here. Or maybe like 60 to 90 seconds. Maybe 120, something like that. So sorry about that. I guess it was closer to what, 180, 240, 360, whatever seconds. More seconds than I planned. Okay. Anyway. Go up that way. Grabbed a piece of a tablet or something. I'm not sure what that was. This goes outside, where it's probably even colder than it is where I am right now. So I would guess I mean, this is a dream, I assume, right? But still, I probably don't want to do that right now. Okay. Forward. Another piece of something or other. Oh. Do I have enough to complete something now? Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. If I go... Still seems incomplete. Probably need to find more pieces. Okay. So we're not ready yet. Oh, there's more there. There. But I have to go forward, I think, for those. So let's, I guess, do this. This one. This one. There. There. Okay, combined into that. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this. What is this thing? It looks like some kind of instrument. It resembles a didgeridoo, an Australian Aboriginal wind instrument. Did you know what a didgeridoo looked like? Have you ever seen one IRL? Just curious, since you kind of are in the general area, obviously. You're in the, on the same continent at least. I'm half a world away, so I've never seen one. Looks quite ancient. Are these holes used to make this thing produce sounds? Its sound gives me the creeps. Chilling. What just happened? There was like a cracking noise or something. I don't know. There are 4 holes. So this could be what you play. The bottom 2, the bottom 3, the bottom 1, bottom 2, bottom 1, bottom 2, bottom, and then all 4 or something. But I don't know. 2321 24 2 3 1 2 1 4 I have no idea what that may or may not have even done. Don't think it did anything, but I don't. No. Closer view doesn't really. See any clues down here either. Doesn't want to combine or anything. To do this. Probably also not here, I would guess. Yeah. So I don't know. I would guess that that's not upside down from the default view. So probably this is the correct way to read it. This actually could be up backwards though, right? Because let's see, if I look at this is the larger part of the didgeridoo, right? Up here. This is kind of where the mouthpiece is, I believe. Yeah, see where it kind of changes to this more wood neck type of a style. That's here, I believe. So, I think I put together the entire tablet. What are those dot markings on it? Do I have a... I don't have any thoughts, just the one object. I mean, those have to, right? These markings have to somehow correspond to the holes. Maybe I just flip them, which if that's true, then what I want to do is this, so that I know which things, which angle, right? Which would mean 4 And then 1, 2, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. Four, 1, 2. Give me a moment here. Oh, not far enough. Almost. Hang on. And there. All right. And then if I move this to there, that's right. Here, here, and now turn this back on and back. Of course, though, that's off now. Why did I go behind? I don't understand why I went behind this. Now back. Okay, I can see chat again. Okay, so I've now taken a screenshot of this. I have it over to the side of my stream window, so hopefully I can. All right, it's. I don't know the order. Let's try it. So 4. And 1. And 2. 2. 1. 1. 2. 3. And then 4. And then 2. 1, 2, 1. And I might have screwed this up because I do realize that on the first 2 I went in reverse direction. So that might not actually work. I don't know. Let me try again with no reversing of directions. Okay, so we have 4, 2, 3, 4, just 1. Two, 1. 4. And then 2. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. And then 2. Freezing cold outside, yeah. Yeah, I want... Okay. So hang on, if I do this, hang on one sec here. If I flip it instead of the direction I have it, right, 90. Yeah. Okay, I think that's... Let's see. Try this again. So instead of top down, bottom up, so 2. 3. 1. 2. 1. 2. 4. 3. 1. 2. 1, 2. 1. 4. Yeah, I don't think I did anything. Right, hang on. Okay. I'm going to do this so you can see on stream as well. Let's... I have... let me do this. Should instead be... Oh, I should... Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second here. Right. Now I will do this. We will reset this too. Oops. And then I will move this over. Be here. I think something like that. And then if I turn this on, there, you guys can see that, right? The didgeridoo graphic. So hopefully. Okay, so that's what I've got right now. Any thoughts on it? A way I haven't done it. So I did it this way that it's oriented right now, this most recent way. The first way I did it was exactly flipped. So I basically 180 degrees rotating around. So you start, instead of with 2, 3, 1, 2 like there, I started with, if you look at the bottom left and move left, or bottom right, I should say, and move left, I went 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on before. Any other combinations, thoughts you guys might have, what I'm doing, what I should do differently? Since we combined the pieces, I assume it's got to be one of these orientations, right? Should I maybe do bottom row and then top row? Or bottom row, top row, but also rotated 180 degrees? I don't know that we really have a clue that tells us it looks like a rock. You're not helpful. Friggin' jerk. Let's try bottom row and then top row this way, and then maybe rotate it if that doesn't work. So 3. And then 1. 2, 1, 2. One, 4. And then 2, 3, 1. 2, 1, 2, 4. I don't think that did it either. Okay, let's see if there's a clue of some kind around on the ground or the walls or something. Nothing there that I could tell anyway. Thought I already looked at the floor, but maybe the walls? I mean, I know I already looked at the floor, but I mean, I thought I looked at the floor thoroughly enough, I guess I should say. Coughing noises. Fantastic. Is that me? I guess. I'm gonna get pneumonia or hypothermia or something, and I'm not even in this place in reality. I do not know. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Hey, Silhouette, why don't you help me? Why don't you help me by using your genius? Help me figure out this puzzle. So you can see on the stream, the upper right, I've put this tablet. This is what we have here. Okay, so this is what I put on the upper right. This is how it currently is, but this is rotated upside down, right? So really, this goes... Like if I do this to reset the orientation, that's the original orientation. So that's what you see right now on the stream in a way, as an image overlay, okay? So that is what we've got to go off of. The only other thing in this, so we're in a dream right now. So the only other thing we have to go off of is this. These holes in this didgeridoo. So let me really briefly fill you in with what we've done so far. If you remember at the end of last time, well, first of all, we'd gone to the cabin where Charles Field's neighbor, Ivar, and his compatriots had been. So we found our way there, and we went inside, did some looking around, and then as we went back out into the hall, a guy stopped us, called us Lorraine, whatever that means, mistook us for somebody else in the club, I guess, or something. And, you know, as is, we're like, did you not get the note? And we were like, well, we got killed once because we said, what note? But otherwise, I think we basically said something like, I didn't have a chance to go back to my place yet, or something like that. So the guy's like, so he gave me a set of keys. But we were like, let's get out of there for now because this is freaky. You know, it's the dude could potentially come after us. Let's just get out of here. So we left, went back home. We slept. There's that whole tunnel or underground, like at the bottom of a well, little tunnel we went through that ended up in the place where there's the giant statue, and there were the little like metallic covers on symbols going up a set of stairs, and there's a contraption on the wall. We did that whole set of puzzles, and then we got out of the dream. We went back to the cabin again, and this is where we ended last time, was we saw a light on upstairs, and we were like, should we really go again? And we were like, I mean, save it first, but yes. So we saved it, and that was the end of last time. So this time we went in again, and we walked around, and we discovered some different things. So we basically found that trapdoor we found the first time we were there. was unlockable, could be opened using the keys that we got from the guy in the hallway. So we did that. We went down in there, looked at some different things, saw some interesting masks, saw a figurine, basically, of some being sitting on a throne, some entity of some kind, not human. And on the back of it, there was a swirling symbol that was notable, apparently. The other symbols we couldn't really read very well. We also, while down there, found a room where there had been a fence that it had electricity going to it. We turned the electricity off and went inside. There was a crate inside, opened the crate, and it had just straw in it. So something important had once been in there and protected by electricity, but was not there now. So we got back out, turned the electricity back on so it wouldn't be as easy to know that we were there. Okay, then we went a little bit further down. We found a place where there was a madman in a prison cell. He was telling us things about something coming and something in the darkness and things like that. And then there was a cell that was empty, at least currently. It was dark, but there was nobody in there. We went further down and we entered this chamber where there was a lot of darkness, really couldn't see much. And we encountered what at least the game made it seem like was Loth Nolder, the guy who had escaped from prison that we've been hunting down this whole game. We've been getting clues and stuff, trying to be able to track him down. So we go into this dark area and we talked with this person, couldn't see them, just heard their voice, and it sounded like it could be Loth Nolder. I have my skepticism about it, but possible. And he told us that we were, he was like, we're looking for the same thing you are. Remember, we're also a detective. So if it is Loth Nolder, that makes sense because Loth Nolder was a private detective hired by Clark Fields initially. Then Loth Nolder was charged with murder and then escaped. But so we're a police detective. Loth Nolder was a private detective. So that's where that kind of comes in. Anyway, so he said, we're a detective too. So making it sound like it was Loth Nolder. Very well could have been. I'm still a little skeptical, but I think it's the most probable thing right now. And he told us that something was coming, that I needed to leave. I was in danger. So I turned around and I left. As we were getting close to exiting so we had gone down this trap door and down into these tunnels to see all this thing on our second trip, right? So as we were getting relatively close to where we would potentially exit and go back out through the trap door, we heard people coming. So we went back quickly to the chamber. So there's the hallway, there's a door and a chamber where there's a table with a candle on it. And then there are two doors in that chamber, two additional doors. One of those was where the madman had been. So the other door was with a cell or whatever that was too dark to see. So we went into that larger the chamber that the two prison cells came off of. And we were like, okay, I think I'll just wait here for now. So there was a bit of a delay while we waited for the game to decide, okay, he's probably listened enough. Hopefully they're gone. So he said, I think they're gone. So I turned around, I grabbed there was a candle on a table in the room. So I grabbed the candle, and then I went into the room, not where the madman was, but the room across from him that was empty. We found what looked like the coat of Clark Fields, so the guy who's dead. It looked like it was his coat. There was a note in the coat, and there was also a key. Okay? And after we grabbed those, we went back out. We automatically, when we tried to leave the room, or started to leave the room, we automatically put the candle back on the table, so we don't have that with us anymore. And then we left. We went back out, up through the attic, and left the building entirely before we were caught by anybody to get killed or whatever. And we went back to our apartment. We were really shaken up and tired and stuff. He said he felt sick, so we basically we lay down in our bed again, and we went to sleep. And now this is where we are, having been asleep. So this is like another dream, okay? we started off right here, okay, where he says it's really cold. We try to go outside and he says it's freezing out there, so we don't go outside. So we're looking around for clues and stuff. Well, in the process of going through this small little cave, okay, we found little pieces that eventually, when we found all of them, assembled this tablet. So that's what you're seeing in the top right of the screen as an image overlay, okay? And then we also found this didgeridoo. So one of those, Australian, Maori or native people's wind instruments, okay, that they use. So we're trying to figure out, I'm assuming based on that tablet there that you can see, so it would be up here. If you're looking in orientation to where I am on the stream, it's above me. So we're looking at that set of patterns, how that correlates or relates to the sets of holes here. So we have 4 holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to figure out I'm assuming some order in which to play the notes or to cover the holes so that we can get something to happen, whatever that is. I have already tried playing them in the order that you currently see on the image, playing them in the order if you rotate that image. So if we're looking at it here, basically if you do this, okay, this orientation, so exactly the opposite of the default orientation. I don't know what other options really I have to try. Suppose we can do this. Do this and rotate it. It's a little harder to do, but rotate it so that it's $90 degrees. I don't know if that makes less sense, because if you look at these, they're in this order, right? Not 90 degrees. So it makes less sense to do it that way. It's possible, but I don't think this is probably correct. This is probably the wrong orientation. So, trying to figure out what order I should do for these, and I don't know. I'm assuming we want this or the exact reverse of this, but I don't know. It's also possible. Wait, is this? That's the same, right? Yeah. So the only way this goes differently is what? If I do this again, whoops. Right, and then what I do like this. But see, that's basically the same thing, right? This ends up in the same orientation. Because this doesn't have a rotate 90 degrees. You rotate, there are really only a couple of like reversals you can do. So, anyways, that's where we are, trying to figure out how I use those. I don't know. I don't believe this is another indication, like meaning another hole or something, right? I think this is just variance in color. at this particular point where they come close to connecting. Especially because up here, it's basically in rows, or not in columns, I mean. So... I guess if I... This is the other one I've not tried, is if I do this and I go bottom to top on this. Possibly. So if I were to do that, that's going to be what? 4? And then 2. And then 1, and then 2, and then 1 again, and 3, and then 2. And then what? We go 4 again? And then 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1, 3. Also did not really do anything. When I think about it, he just says this. I think I put together the entire tablet. What are those dot markings on it? And that's all he says. So I don't know. What if I missed something on the didgeridoo itself? And I already tried seeing if I can interact with the didgeridoo using the tablet, but nothing. I don't get an option. Nothing. I'm not sure. I really don't know. That tablet doesn't have number 9 before calculation. That makes it around 3/4. So it isn't a ticket for Hogwarts. That's funny. You really thought this was going to be a Hogwarts thing? I'm kidding. I know you didn't actually think so. Boy, is this yet another puzzle that I really can't figure out on my own? Been a few of those in this game. Well, a couple at least, I think. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong game, but I'm pretty sure there have been a couple in this game. It does look like this almost doesn't belong, right? I'm not saying it doesn't, but it almost gives the impression like this really should not be considered as part of the whole. The coloration is so different. But this was in 3 or in 5 pieces. So one piece being left, let's say in snow, whereas the others were just on rock or something. One might get affected by the water, change color a little bit or something. I don't tend to like the idea also, or like the idea, maybe that's a bad way to word it. I feel like it might not be as simple as that. Not just in terms of the pattern, but for example, if I go 2, 3, 1 on that, right? I end up going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Notice though I'm using 1 multiple times in a row. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. But then the next one after that is a 2. So if I go 1, 1, 2, when I use this the second time, it doesn't make a noise like I'm playing it again. I'm not saying that means anything. Maybe it's just a flaw in the sound. The sound engine or whatever they're using with this. But the fact that this one doesn't play if I go 1, 1, 2, this does not play a second time. It just kind of disappears and then reappears as if I clicked it. Makes me question whether that actually is having the effect of doing something, or if it's just, a slight hiccup in the audio or something. I'm not sure how I interpret that. But if it's not counting it the second time, then I don't know how I can get it to count it. Or maybe I can't even. See, these are questions that I just don't have the answers to. Let's do it as if it was not counting it. Let me do a big pause in between doing it again and see if... Okay, so let's start with what you see on the image on my stream right now. So let's go 2, Let's take a bit of a pause. After enough of a pause, if I start with the 1 position again here, will it sound again? 3 is the next one. Yep, it will. So maybe I just have to wait long enough. Let's wait again. And now 2. Might not have waited long enough. Let's try again. Okay, and then 1. Okay, and now 2. Four. And 3. We're on the bottom row now. And yes, this is incredibly slow if this is how you're supposed to do it. But you never know until you try. Okay, 2. One. Two. Almost there. Not quite, but almost there. I still don't have confidence that this is going to do what I would like it to do, so we'll see. 1. And then 4. Examine other parts of this and see, but I don't think there's anything other than these that let us interact at all. Yeah. I mean, see, nothing has happened. Bit more carefully look through this, but I don't think there's anything here now that we have grabbed the tablets. I think that was all to get from the remains of this campfire, or just in general in the cave. Uh, I guess I'm looking it up. At this point, I'm pretty stoned. All right. Give me a second to look it up and see. Really hate looking stuff up, but I don't know that I really have a choice. I'm clearly not progressing, so... let's see. Um... Yeah, I don't know. Let me change this so I can see chat again. Different dots wouldn't make much sense though. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we've got it anyway. Freezing cold outside. I... I don't know. Let me see if I can find something else. Hang on. I do not know. I honestly have no clue. Oh, right. Turn this back on, of course. This. There we go. I don't know. This is very confusing. Very, very confusing for me. Like, I just don't know. Let me see. Okay, somebody's saying they're stuck in a mushroom ice cave. Let me see. Holes go from the bottom to top. So the hole in the bottom is 1, and the top one is 4. So if I go back to this, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4. That's the order I've got, though. I'm extraordinarily confused right now. How? That's the order I used, though. Okay, let me turn the game back on, or make it visible again. Two, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4. No, that's what I think, though. That's what I thought. That's what I tried, right? I mean, I don't know of another way to do it except to enter right. So, oh, I have an idea, though. I think, well, let me just actually do it in the game. Yeah, maybe I was doing it upside down. So instead of this being position 1, maybe this is position 1. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3. Yeah, the dots made for blind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Braille you're talking about? Yeah. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, and then 4. Okay, we'll see if this works. See, that did not work either. What in the hell? Okay, hang on. The person that replied to the... So somebody gave instructions, do this, and then somebody replied to that, and they said thanks. I was doing it backwards or worse, so it made it sound like they got it working. So let's see. Okay, the dots on the tablet correspond with which holes on the instrument you play. The holes go from bottom to top. So bottom to top. So in other words, the hole at the bottom is 1, and the hole at the top is 4. Yeah, so 1 and then 4. Okay. I put the code a little ways. Yeah, and it's exactly what I have up there. Okay, I thought I was doing that. Try one more time, I guess. It's so confusing. Okay. All right, so this should be position 1 according to what she's saying, I believe. So I want 2. Oh, you know what? I don't go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I go 2, 3, 1. That's probably what I'm doing wrong. I'm thinking I have to do both dots. I think I just do the top one. Okay, that's probably what it is. My brain just not working right. Okay, so 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. I made it much harder than it needed to be. Of course, that's me typically. That's what I normally do. Okay, then 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and finally 4. If I didn't make a mistake. Instrumental. Achievement. He's just looking around like, what the frick? I feel so tired. What are these nightmares doing to me? Or am I going mad? I feel exhausted. All of my energy has been drained. I still feel tired. How long have I been sleeping? What? It's the 13th of November. It was the 10th when I went to sleep. I slept for 3 days. What's happening to me? Am I sleepwalking? 3 days lost this time. Jeez. Day 4, time loss. November 13th, 2011. That poor guy. He's like, I don't understand what's happening. I just know that it's very, very bad. I don't even know. Yeah. Let's do a new one. I don't care. It's fine. Alright, let me take this off now. No need to have this on the screen anymore. This can go away. Alright. I'm going to use the restroom really fast, or bathroom really fast. I'll be right back. Alright. When you sleep 3 days and still don't need water, it's time to go see a doctor. No, because the condition that made you have so much water that you were fine is gone now because all the water's been used up, right? Is that not how that's not how that works? Oh. Okay. Well, we got a fourth. Wait. Is it over here? Oh, yeah. Here's the fourth one. 7/29/2011. Lately, I've noticed some great changes in the behavior and appearance of Ivar. He looks paler, speaks less, and this is getting increasingly worse. Okay. Probably not this if the other didn't work, but okay. I first noticed these changes 2 weeks ago, when he knocked at my door on a stormy night. He was all wet, but seemed unaware of this. When I invited him to come in, he hesitated at first, but then quickly came in. His hands were shaking so much that I thought he'd had a nervous breakdown. During the night, he didn't speak often. When he did, it seemed like he talked under compulsion. His eyes were bloodshot, and he was sweating profusely. I asked him to stay in my house using the storm as an excuse, and he accepted without hesitation. When he previously came to visit me 3 nights before, he seemed normal. But I could see quite clearly that he wasn't listening to me, and he trembled whenever there were any loud noises caused by the storm. These tremblings did not seem to be caused by random, but more like the extreme uneasiness of a person constantly under threat. Whenever there were noises, it was very noticeable how his mood changed, and fear enveloped him. He would look around desperately. When I asked him if he had a problem, he said that there was nothing wrong, just tiredness. But it wasn't hard to see that he was on the brink of a breakdown. I haven't heard from him since that night. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything here to underline, really. Again, I think the thing with underlining is you already have to have a piece of information in order for something to stick out enough that if you try to underline it, it would have something to think about show up, so then it would stick, kind of stay underlined. None of them there, okay. I don't think... Okay, let's keep going. This was July 29th, okay. 8/23/2011. I don't know how to describe this, but lately some strange incidents have occurred which have even made me look at myself suspiciously. Recently at night, I've been hearing some unidentified hoarse screams, conversations, laughing and gnawing sounds, which I guess have been coming from the depths of that damned well under the house. At first, most of these were not clear enough to be distinguishable, and I thought there were some animals, maybe rats, in the well. They might have gotten in through openings in the well, and this would also explain those gnawing sounds. I thought that there were rats in that well. Aren't rats found in places like that? Lately, I hear these sounds more clearly, leaving me no doubt that some of them are human voices. I hear conversations, indescribably disgusting and malicious laughter, as if coming from the center of the earth, and many more sounds I cannot name that wake me up at night. Hoarse, gnawing sounds that are coming from far away are also becoming clearer. They are like thousands of disgusting, simultaneous gnawing sounds from the depths, and they're getting increasingly closer to the surface. I sometimes find myself waiting silently, hardly breathing in the dead of night, while trying to listen to the soft, running noises or voices speaking. In addition to this, I feel the house itself is trembling more noticeably than it used to, and I hear the wooden planks creaking as a result of these tremors. If I hadn't heard all those damned noises, the speaking, laughter, and gnawing sounds, I might have thought that small earthquakes were causing the tremors, because Wellsmouth is in the highest level quake zone. But I'm not even sure anymore as to whether the earthquakes of Wellsmouth are natural. Who knows what lies beneath or below the depths of the earth, which shudders with uneasiness. Probably not these, I don't think, but... Some of them are human voices? Nothing particularly interesting. You're hearing human voices. It's not interesting. It's fine. The house itself is trembling more noticeably. Wooden planks creaking. Okay. Key I found in a jacket in the galleries of the cabin. We have this. We never ended up using this. I can't imagine something from the cabin is something needed like at Clark's place, right? And like I said, this is like one of those hooks you pull for an attic. We never found an attic. I did say right after waking up, right? I'm going to try to go back to the cabin and see, maybe look at, I don't know, the ceiling, see if there's something we missed. Because you would think that we should be able... Oops, wrong one, not this. This one is the gun. To... Still not gonna take the gun, though. Even though we know we're potentially in danger, we're still not taking the gun. Okay, then. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we missed something at the cabin. Maybe multiple things, but at least one thing, I think. You take medicine again? Maybe. No. Nothing here. Now. Don't. I mean, we were 3 days, right? So presumably we need to use it. Surprised he didn't say something like we wet the bed or something. What if the test results are ready? I'd better ask Arthur about it. Oh, do I have to call him or something? Oh, right, but I can just use the phone, right?
Yes?
Hi, Arthur.
Oh, hi, Howard. How are you doing?
Listen, I just wanted to know if you had got anything back yet about the substance I left in my office.
Yes, I've got the report right here. Just a moment. Yes, here it is. It's nasty stuff, all right. Some kind of neural medicine, but mixed with a hallucinogen. And no ordinary hallucinogen according to the report, although they're not sure yet exactly what it is.
Thanks, Arthur. That's all I needed to know.
Don't mention it. Take care.
You too. See you soon.
Will you, though? Will you actually see him soon? I feel like maybe you're not gonna. Yeah, let's go back here. Hope no one's here this time. Me. Just overwrite this save here. Guess there's be an attic, right? Somewhere. Not seeing any ropes or anything hanging down. Oh, here we go. This is discolored. Interesting. I think there's a trap door up there. Too high to reach. So now we use this, right? I'd been saying I thought this hook was for an attic. I think I can reach there with this. Seems to be a room up there. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Fish of some kind? What are these? A fish, a squid? Interesting. Can't examine them any further, though. Fish of various types. Not sure why they have them all. Just, oh, and then like some giant arachnid of some kind, an insect maybe? I don't know. Okay, that's kind of odd, but nothing particularly disturbing, just unusual to have something like stuff like that hanging around, right? Not seeing anything to zoom in on or look at over here. Also not the rope. I did see an indicator for the telescope or whatever, but... Or I guess it's just move forward first. What's this? For some time, we've been searching for a particular book, the Timabor? It is the translated version of the book called Infinitus, which is impossible to find. The Infinitus was written in Latin in a very confusing manner and was attributed to Marinus, who was an alchemist and demonologist who wrote the ancient and obscure book entitled Primitiva. It is related that he died in his laboratory in a fire which broke out suddenly. His corpse was never found. was really difficult to find the Timabore, because even mentioning its name was enough to draw the attention of the ones who know what it really is. The book had to be hunted down at all costs, since the knowledge it contains is of infinite importance to our ultimate goal. According to the Timabora, which includes a lot of confusing diagrams and drawings, with the right timing and preparation, things can be summoned from spheres beyond this universe's or even death. With this ancient knowledge, things long forgotten can be discovered again. With the aid of the map, we discover the place where the ones who will be summoned in order to achieve our goal lay. Even though the old text gave us information about them, locations of the tombs were not specified due to the need for complete secrecy. The discovery made last month by Mr. Kerwin was important. They are in the crypts below, a tomb which stands in a very old cemetery in which interments had been prohibited some time ago. The aforementioned tomb is registered in the name of Samuel William Power. Samuel William Power. I think I've heard the name before, but I can't recall when. I'd better remember this. It may be important in the future. Okay. Some tombs are mentioned here. Are those people looking for a crypt? Probably the same clue, I would guess, or the other clue is in place of this or something. Yeah. He died by disappearing. Whoever was in charge of investigating wasn't a master detective. Death by disappearance. It's funny. As a result of this information, it was determined who would be awakened from their long sleep. All the preparations for the turning back were done under the sign of the star Pleiades by Mr. Kerwin. It is only a matter of time when the ones who are waiting silently in the dark tombs for this day to come return. Everything will have begun. I'm just gonna, in case something it gets missed or something, I'm just gonna underline a whole bunch of these and see if any of the other ones stick out. Nothing really stuck out to me separately, but just in case there's something I'm missing. I didn't think so. Later that he died in his laboratory, the fires broke out. Really difficult because mentioning name draws attention to those who know what it really is. It'd be like in Harry Potter's universe saying Voldemort because everybody gets drawn to it. Oh, you said my name, right? A lot of people are like kind of shy away from you because they get nervous. And then, of course, Voldemort had the spell itself to detect. What could the things that can be summoned even beyond death be? Okay. Ancient knowledge, things long forgotten can be discovered again. Okay. Into the map. Already did these. Right? Pretty sure. I already chose those. Discovery last month made by Mr. Kerwin was important. Okay, we already did that. Oh. It's only a matter of time. I'm sure that's super important anyway. I didn't realize why I was underlining it first. Everything will have begun. What's everything? Well, okay. So I guess that's all we're getting from that. Okay. Here's like a star chart. Set under the sign of Pleiades, so I'm assuming that's on this star chart somewhere. Does make me wonder, though. I have these. There's got to be something more in here. Let me do the same thing. Changes the behavior and appearance. Paler, speaks less, increasingly worse. Okay. I don't think this is anything. This is going to be doing nothing. The next one, maybe. His hands were shaking. No, okay. During the night, didn't speak often, and when he did, seemed like he talked under compulsion. This is interesting, even though it didn't show up anything for pondering. He like accepted without hesitation, staying with Clark, right? Because he's so nervous, right? He's so scared of whatever he thinks is hunting him that he feels somehow like if he stays with Clark, he'll be safer or something. Or at least it'll put his mind at ease temporarily, if nothing else. Quite clearly wasn't listening to me. He's distracted a lot. And there's the trembling again. Whenever there's a loud noise caused by the storm, he trembles. The noise does not seem to be caused by random, more like extreme uneasiness of a person under constant threat. Nope. Okay. Whenever the noises, it was very noticeable how his mood changed and fear enveloped him. He would look around desperately. Whoops. I asked him if he had a problem. He said there was nothing wrong, just tiredness. It wasn't hard to see. He was on the brink of a breakdown. Haven't heard from him since that night. So there really is nothing on that entry. Okay. I know I did some of these before, but I'm going to do them all. He did say that earlier, too, that he thought there were rats in another one of his journal entries. Opens the well. About the rats, well, aren't they found places like that? Okay, lately hear these sounds more clearly, leave me no doubt. Some of them are human voices. Conversations. Malicious laughter. Wonder if you select too much if it doesn't like it. I don't know. Well, the part that I thought might be pertinent didn't do it even when I just did it on its own, so. Thousands of disgusting simultaneous gnawing sounds from the depths, getting increasingly closer to the surface. Trying to listen to soft burning noises or voices speaking. Feel the house itself is trembling more noticeably than it used to. I know I remember selecting that specifically. And I hear the wooden planks creaking as a result of these tremors. No? Okay. Because we heard some noises when we were in his house too, right? Hadn't heard all those damn noises, the speaking, laughter, gnawing sounds. Might have thought the small earthquakes were causing tremors because Wellsmith is in the highest level quake zone? I'm not even sure anymore whether the earthquakes are natural. And who knows what lies below the depths of the earth. Nope. Okay, so I guess nothing in this journal entry, at least right now. Ooh. Diagramus. This is the loose translation of the upper portion, which is written in a strange cipher system. To make a talisman, put fennel seeds, frankincense, and quicksilver under a crystal with the character of the Pleiades, the name of the star. It is obvious that a magical formula was used to summon something. I once saw something like this in a book describing astronomical magical preparations. Magical description, okay. The name of the star Pleiades was just assumed from its sign. Its name is not directly mentioned in the passage. Due to the influence of Pleiades, which has been drawn at the right time, a properly prepared talisman can gather demons, daemons, and spirits of deceased people. Thus, one can summon them and learn from the things, the secrets one wishes by using the talisman. Yes, I think we got what was interesting from this. Okay. These are all just that one book. Because before I clicked up here, so I think that they're all the same thing. So as often happens, people are mucking about where they ought not to be. Of course. I think this telescope is looking at the Northwood Mountain. Is there a cave entrance there? I'm not seeing anything else to examine while we're zoomed in here, so I think that's probably what we're going to get with the telescope. Let's have a think session, shall we? Yeah, I bet this goes with a magical description. The eye we saw. Nope. Did we not have an eye in this? Yeah, here. It's an eye symbol. Can I highlight this or something? No? So he says it looks familiar, but then when I try to think about it, he doesn't. Do I need it with something else, maybe, along with something else? Ceilings. I don't know. I thought these two would have had something more come up when you analyze them together, but I guess not. Well, unless there's something else here, I think we can get out of here. Now the question is there anything else in here to examine before? There were swirls on the back of that one figurine. Did this have swirls in it? No. Or a spiraling symbol? No, it doesn't look like it to me. I'm a little surprised that there's nothing over here. Not that there has to be already. But I mean, it's a somewhat open area, but I guess there's... Wait, oh yeah, here. There we go. What is this? Oh! More notes, okay. My aim in writing these notes is to document information of archaeological importance. No, this is not scientific. Even so, I feel an urgent need to write. Sitting here, I'm surrounded by a dark and obscure jungle. Dark and obscure jungle. My investigation has led me here, accompanied by my guide, who grudgingly agreed to come with me at the behest of his village. And now, I wait for him to hack a path through the dense underbrush, thick ivy, and high grass. I will continue writing, although the skin is peeling off my hands, and they ache unbearably. Also, I hate to think what effect the humidity will have on my papers. Neither do I know how far away I am from the jungle village that I left 6 days ago, nor do I know how much farther I have yet to go. My guide must stop and rest frequently. I know that he's becoming increasingly afraid of me. My nervousness grows as I approach my goal in this dense jungle where I suspect no human being has set foot before. Probably not, but maybe. No, okay. It may very well be that I am mad. The thought has crossed my mind some nights since leaving that jungle village whose name I can't pronounce. Leaving that disgusting village was a relief. I continue to travel through the forest with my guide. He doesn't speak my language, and in spite of the fact that he's experienced, I think we may be lost. At a town 147 miles away from that jungle village, locals warned me about cannibals in the region that don't welcome strangers. They told me it would not be wise to go there, but I think it's supposed to be they with a Y. They quietly whispered words of the townspeople, it is the. Okay, let me try that again. Start with here, they. They told me that it would not be wise to go there, but the quietly whispered words of the townspeople aroused in me a feeling of curiosity that was impossible to ignore. I was told that the other tribes in the region have an animistic religion, while this one follows a very dark monotheistic one. Yeah, I mean, it's just religious differences from the tribes, right? The people who I spoke with told me that tourists, scientists, and other travelers are frequently attacked when entering the region. I heard some disgusting rumors about missing people ending up as fare on the banquet tables at strange nocturnal festivals. That's pretty disturbing, of course. Oh. So, I think somebody doing a ceremony, or possibly they're like possessed by something or some such, maybe? Just based on the eyes being rolled back and stuff. Could also be on some drug or something. And I can't tell if this is supposed to be a tattoo, a chain, or something like that, like jewelry, or possibly they're bleeding from the nostril. I would guess this is supposed to be... I don't even know. Is that something crawling out of them? It's really hard to say. And then some of the people in the tribe are playing drums, and to the rhythm, somebody is dancing around a fire, casting a spell, doing a ceremony, something along those lines, I would guess. When I first set eyes on the village, the thing that caught my attention was the strange architectural style of it. Nothing like a primeval village. I stayed on a hill to the south of the village, observing it for a long time. The wide spiral-shaped huts with walls made of dry mud, in contrast to the green background, were reminiscent of some crustaceous sea creature. Hey, what about this? The wide spiral-shaped huts. Is that maybe reflective of that spiral we saw on the back of that thing below? Maybe not. Okay. I now know that their design was derived from a far more splendid architecture. The colossal trilithon, which stands at the entrance of the village, or to the village, is decorated with carved figures and what looks like writing. On closer examination of this ancient trilithon, on closer examination, the size of this ancient trilithon was awe-inspiring. I immediately understood that it had come from somewhere else and had been transported here with great difficulty from some faraway place. I spent 14 fear-filled days and nights in that cannibal village and witnessed many disgusting and vile things. We had great difficulty communicating, although some of the villagers understood a few words of my language. They treated me kindly and were quite hospitable from the start, as though they recognized me somehow. I was never able to figure out why. Even though I repeatedly told them my name, they addressed me by another similar name. I can't pronounce it, but the closest approximation is Il-Auth, or I-Hauth. Interesting. Probably not this, but let's do it anyway. Okay. As though they recognize me somehow. That is strange. Another similar name than this. Awesome. Okay. As the days passed, I noticed that they treated me with increasing respect. This did not change my feeling towards them. The diabolical dances started to be performed during the last days of my visit there, and I thought they were performed because of a great fear that was felt towards the jungle. These dances were accompanied by cacophonous hymns and only terminated when all the participants smacked their palms crazily on the ground. It's in the margin here. It's written here in the margin. You couldn't tell. Let's see. Great fear felt towards the jungle? Probably no. There was a group of people who said to me that they were going to some ruins in the depths of the jungle. Okay. But I secretly watched them and noticed that after these silent, regular nocturnal visits, when they returned, sweating, there were fewer people present than the number who had set out. Anyways, I don't want to spend any more time writing about them. We'll be leaving here shortly. These may be my final entries. The pain that I feel is gradually getting worse. Even walking has started to take its toll. My body is becoming contorted and deformed. Just holding this pen is difficult. I wonder if they were transforming him with their dances. Here we go. When Older was caught by the police, he was hospitalized because of a disease. This explains his situation a bit better. Just holding this pen is difficult. This is nothing but a curse. For some time, I've been seeing spirit or spiral ruins and ornamental blocks with hieroglyphs or drawings on them. Serpentine branches of grotesque trees clutch at the sky, and silent wells are open to the dark depths of the earth, leading me to believe that I am approaching my goal. I'm searching for some nameless ruins in the middle of the jungle. Beside me, my skinny cannibal guide keeps looking over his shoulder at me in fear, as if I too were one of the wild creatures of the jungle. I mean, dude, you're becoming contorted and deformed. He's probably freaking out about what's happening to you. I mean, if you think about it. Although we have traveled north up to this point, I can see from the moss on the bark of the trees, we changed direction and are heading east. I don't trust this cannibal with me. He watched passively while holding his machete in his hand, as a crazy gorilla attacked me. I will not forget his hopeless expression when I won that bloody struggle. It's messed up. But he's transforming so much so that he's actually becoming physically more powerful? Maybe? I think I've just about underlined everything in here that would be, like, it would even have a chance of significance. I don't imagine this is anything. Yeah. Maybe this. Some nameless ruins in the middle of the jungle. No. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't think. I think we're down. I mean, a lot of this stuff is in a jungle, like in South America or Africa or something. So it probably, a lot of it probably does not directly tie to this. This whole deformity description is probably the closest. I would guess. I mean, I don't know, but I think so. Okay. So that, again, that's the same thing. And these, but again, I don't really, other than just being odd or uncommon, maybe is a better way to say it, creatures from the sea and stuff. I don't really know that there's anything significant in there. Okay, what can I... The crypt. Yeah, I don't know how I don't have more here. Didn't I just get a bunch of clues show up here as I was underlying stuff? Why do I not have more options? That's a little disappointing. I thought I'd get more out of those. Maybe I don't have enough piecing things together yet. Oh, actually. What is... Oh, okay. I thought maybe I could look at this paper or something beside there, but I guess not. Okay. Blank paper again. I swear there's got to be something we use this blank paper for. I mean, maybe not, but it seems awfully fishy that it's just blank and nothing to see there. Seems odd, like there should be something more to it. Still locked, right? Yeah. Okay, so it was over here that we looked. No, not this one. This one. Symbols here, some of them are defaced. The one on the top left resembles a spiral. Doesn't say anything more on that. I assume all of these, any part of it being enhanced, yeah, just flips it around. Okay. It's an interesting thing, moving pointer has some ink on it. I think some kind of marking tool. No, I didn't have a... This didn't have a set of coordinates. Maybe nothing right now. Yeah, here's the eye symbol. That's on the spell. Or in the spell book. The game won't make him make the connection, even though I now have read the spell book and Return to the Eye, and he still won't put them together. Both of these are locked. Been to both of those. That was empty. I'm assuming this is still empty. Let's look again, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be empty again. Or empty still. It's off. Yeah. Still empty. So they didn't, it's not like they put something back. Whatever they had before, they have kept out now. This just has a bunch of rifles, and he said, why would we have rifles? And that's it. It's this whole box or crate is nothing but that. Okay. Okay. If we don't get in trouble on the way out, then I think we're going to try to go back to Clark Field's house and do some more looking around there. Yeah, let's go back here. All right, and we'll save it there. It's not like I care about how many slots are taken up, so we'll just do this. All right, okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so that's a decent amount of progress. We did what? We initially went around the cabin and did some hiding when we needed to and whatnot. And then we had a dream, and then we went back to the cabin again. But of course, that was because I was pretty sure that hook doesn't make sense to have the hook over at the cabin if it goes to like Clark Field's place or something, right? So I assumed that we'd have to use it at the cabin. So I'm glad it turned out that I was correct and I wasn't just wasting time. All right, so that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks for joining me. So in about little less than 9.5 hours, I'll be doing Yomawari again. So if you could join me for that, that'd be great, obviously. And if not, then it is what it is. All right, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Until next time, stay awesome. Talk to me on Discord, comments on videos, or I'll see you on my other streams, wherever it may be. Stay awesome. Appreciate it, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Spider.
Streaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.